Alright, and we're bouncing back immediately after that chamois hot sauce, which maybe on some stuff it might be okay, but it was kind of funky tasting. Today, I've been wanting to try this one for a while, but the size bottle they have for sale at my local market at Super One is over $7, and I'm not gonna. I like to invest in as small a bottle as I can with my sauces, and if I really like it, I'll buy it again. And if it's, you know, like Frank's and stuff, I don't need a gigantic bottle. In fact, some of my sauces I would have bought a smaller bottle. But in any case, it's the Tabasco Habanero, still in the box. I have not opened it yet, so you can still see the seal on it. I'm going to fold up this box. And plop it on in there. Yeah, so, and bam. Okay, shake it up. Tabasco sauces are usually fairly thin, so it shouldn't be too tough to mix this stuff up. Looks like there's black pepper in there. Okay, so, 120 milligrams of sodium in a teaspoon, so it's fairly high. 1 total carb, less than 1 sugar, so I'm guessing there's a faint bit of starches in there. Contains distilled vinegar, habanero pepper, cane sugar, Tabasco sauce, which contains distilled vinegar, red pepper, and salt. And then there's salt, mango puree, dehydrated onion, banana puree, tomato paste, tamarind puree, papaya puree, spices, garlic, Tabasco mash, which contains aged pepper and salt. So there's a bit of fruit purees in there. Wow, that's mango, banana, tomato, tamarind, papaya. So 5 different fruits. That's pretty impressive. Tabasco sauces are notoriously minimalistic, and this one's got quite a interesting variety of stuff, but it's still fairly thin. You can see. Well, can't really see that, I guess, but in any case, looks a little bit thicker, but not all that much more. It does smell very Tabasco-y. I can smell that sweet, fruity hab background. Can't really detect it. This is a small opening, though, so it's hard to smell a lot of the subtle notes. Interesting. I can definitely smell the habanero, which is good. If I'm looking at a habanero sauce, I'm hoping that it's going to be habanero flavored, at least. If not with the heat, at least the hab flavor, which I like. Hey. I don't want to, whatever. I don't want to put this over my keyboard. Definitely got a good heat to it. Wow, I could feel the wave right up through my face. Wow, it does have a good kick to it. Woo. Good. And sweet. Ooh, getting hiccups. Excuse me. I'll wait till the hiccups calm down before I describe the flavors. Excuse me. Heavy, heavy drool. No joke. Ooh, that is quite warm. Feel it all the way down. Expanding warmth out into my chest. Starting to sweat. Whew. Outside of my lips are burning. Pretty good. Top of my tongue, roof of my mouth. Got a good fire picking up. Now, bottom lip especially is really burning. Really massively drooling. Okay, so hiccups seem to have subsided. Back of my throat's got a nice, I'll say warm coal right in here. I can feel my throat warming up on the outside here. Roof of my mouth's got the whole inside of my mouth basically, all around my tongue. Back, forward, bottom and top, and the sides. With a slightly special note to the tip of my tongue, as usual. Well, mucus forming at the back of my throat. But wow, the drool. Flavor analysis. Sweet. At first, it was not as vinegary as other Tabasco sauces, thankfully. But wow, it's got a good heat to it. Couldn't really detect any of the fruit flavors. It was faintly sweet in the background, and not all that vinegary, thankfully, like I said. But the hab flavor, definitely noticeable, and also peppery, like black pepper. And allspice, definitely it has a Jamaican jerk seasoning type flavor to it. It was very warm. Not the hottest sauce I've ever had by far, but definitely a upper medium on the heat scale. My nose is starting to run. Excuse me. Faint bit of the spice flavor still coming through, but my sense of taste is very diminished. Strong warmth right in the middle, right in my sternum, in my esophagus. Yeah, oh yeah, quite a bit of sweat on my hairline here. Lips are all around, but especially on my bottom. Got a good pulsating glow. Whole top of my tongue. And the top part of my palate here is numbish. Not totally desensitized, but definitely numb-ish. And sweating. Still drooling a fair bit. Just loosening up all the phlegm in my throat. And nasal passages are clearing out. Oh, that was a good sauce. That's out of all the Tabasco sauces, the Tabasco brand sauces, this one is probably my favorite. The chipotle one was pretty good too, though. But yeah, I think this one might be my favorite flavor-wise because they were a lot more adventurous with the spice blend, and they put the different fruits purees in there, and so that adds some definitely an interesting dynamic flavor to the mix. You can definitely taste the habaneros more than anything. But let me see it. I'm going to take another tiny dollop here, see if I can detect any of the fruit flavors. It was pretty good overall. Habanero flavor definitely shone through. Excuse me. Sweet peppery habanero. A little faintly tart, but sweet. The spice, because of the spice blend, especially with allspice, which is a predominant flavor in jerk seasonings, kind of overtakes any specific fruit flavor I'm able to detect, but the fruits do add a nice body underneath. A little sweetness, a faint tartness, probably from the mango, and probably from the vinegar too. But surprisingly, with vinegar, as the first ingredient. Wasn't as vinegary as I thought it might be, because Tabasco sauces, in my experience, are usually very vinegary. I like that up to a certain point, but sometimes it's a little too much, especially if that's the first ingredient. Heat kicked up again, not quite to the peak level it was at a few minutes ago, but definitely it's like a peppery, black peppery, almost like those little pinprick style glows all over, like my tongue. Top of my tongue has heated up a bit more. Usual started up again. Not really much happening in the throat. It's mostly on my tongue and a little bit on my lips, and the same warmth right here in my esophagus, right in the middle of my chest. Definitely more, excuse me, nasal drainage. Sinuses are opened up nicely now. Slightly more sweating, and my whole hairline right here is damp, and my forehead a little bit, like right on the top of my temples. Whew. Definitely not a faint-hearted sauce, but not totally unforgiving. They give me the hiccups, so I know it's got a good heat to it. Usually only like the habanero peppers or related varieties like the jalokias and morich are able to give me the hiccups. So yeah, Tabasco habanero sauce. Got a sweet, faintly tart, peppery flavor. Habs shine through, and also allspice, like a jerk seasoning. Definitely can detect a bit of that flavor in there. Would be great on chicken, fish. I might try this on my eggs. But definitely a good sauce for poultry. You know, lighter, flakier meats like fish. I definitely recommend trying this one. It's a good, strong flavor. Best Tabasco brand sauce in the flavor department that I've had, and it's got a pretty decent heat level, upper mid level, I would say. Not into the scorcher territory, but definitely not a mild sauce. A few drops you'd definitely notice on your food, especially if you're not as favorable towards extremely spicy. But it is very good. It drool heaps, and it clears out the throat and the sinus area very nicely. Might give you the hiccups too. But Tabasco habanero sauce, definitely a pretty good sauce for a commercial variety like that. The best Tabasco brand sauce that I've had. Lips are still glowing, mouth still got a good glow, especially when I'm talking here. Definitely got a good lasting burn. That's not too over the top, but definitely will stick around for quite a while.